what I haven't done in the longest time is I have not danced. I wonder if I should do that. Let me see. Well, if I do that, then I would, if I do that, then it's going to get me in trouble. But I love that song. Am I live? Let me check. Looks like I am. Hey, everybody, it's Adrienne, Capricorntigress of Astrology. Look inside. And guess what? I am back. I got a new camera because my camera was dying. I had lost my, it had lost the, the light. So I was working in the dark for about a month. Hey, welcome to the light. And that's so new moon in Gemini. And it is the new moon in Gemini. So happy new moon in Gemini to everybody. The new moon, now I'm going to pull up where the planets are right now because I really want to tell you guys where they are right now. And I believe the new moon actually occurs when it's at 2 degrees of Gemini. Right now, the sun is at 0 degrees of Gemini. So the sun just got into Gemini and the moon isn't officially going to arrive at 2 degrees until tomorrow. So, I'm celebrating early, but I'm recording. And so I wanted to make sure I got it in when I could so that you guys can celebrate too. I really feel like, just like getting a new cam and coming out of the darkness, I feel like a lot of people are coming out of the darkness. You're going to feel that. I feel a great deal. And there are some other concerns. Hold on. I got to get I got the little ring and it's like sitting here in my face. It's not on. I wonder if it'll give me some pigment if I put it on. Hold on a second, you guys. Let's see if it does. Maybe I don't have it plugged in, you guys. Hold on. You know what? I haven't even checked. I haven't even checked to see if you guys can hear me since I don't have my official mic and I've got this new cam. I pray you guys are actually picking up. Oh, I know how I can tell. Hold on. I can go over to YouTube and see what I sound like. Can you hear me on YouTube? That's the question. Can you hear me? Hold on. Hold on. I'm checking just to see. You know what? I haven't even checked. I haven't even checked to see if you guys can hear me. You know what? I haven't even checked. I haven't even checked to see if you guys can hear me since I don't have. Okay, you can hear me, and I sound different though, don't I? Hey, Regina Begum's out there. Hey, Regina. I'm doing great, my girlfriend. I'm doing great. So glad to see you here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be working, talking. Let me cut this down now that I know you can hear me. That's a beautiful thing. Talking about where the planets are because we got major changes coming, and I really want to talk about that. So the first thing I want to hit on is that the sun is at 0 degrees of Gemini. And I'm getting excited because, the sun is everything's about to go into my 5th house, but Gemini is so fun. Lots of communication. It's the start, really, I think, of officially being summer when it gets into Gemini, Cancer. So, okay, the moon right now is at 12 degrees of Taurus and almost 13 degrees of Taurus. It's opposing my MC right now. I don't know what that means, but I do know what it means. So I hope you guys are kind to me tonight. Also, Mercury is at 18 degrees of Gemini, and Venus is at 20 degrees of Gemini. So Mercury and Venus are conjunct. Lots of love and lots of talk of love. And I think when I do the readings that I do tonight, it's probably going to have a lot of love overtones to it. Now, Venus is retrograding because, Venus is going to go all the way back, I believe, to Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I mean, it's in retrograde. Just know that. And it's in Gemini. Okay. Mars is at 5 degrees of Pisces. And let me see if that's yes, it is. Mars is sextile Uranus, which is at 7 degrees of Taurus. So I don't know if I like that. I mean, Uranus is crazy, Mars is crazy, and Mars is saying to Uranus, hey, dude, let's party. No. Okay. And in Gemini, I see no restraint here. There's a little restraint going on. I'm a little concerned about this here. That's a little bit, yeah, that one concerns me. Let's see. Jupiter's at 27 degrees of Capricorn, and Jupiter's retrograding. I had did this in another video the other day when I had started reading off the retrogrades, like retrograde. It's a lot going on right now. Venus is retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, Pluto is retrograde, and of course the North Node's retrograde. So we're dealing with a lot of things going in reversal. People might be revisiting old relationships, old friendships, doing things they didn't do before, like they might be late at doing. And so we're going to see a lot of that. Oh, I got hearts from Regina Begum. Bless you, Regina. Bless you. Okay, so I'm just going into the planets, and then we're going to get into the readings after that, because I want to talk about the new moon and do some new moon readings, and then I'm going to do the free readings for anybody who wants them tonight. As long as I've got the energy, I'm going to go until I don't have the energy. How's that? Now, Saturn is trine the sun right now. Saturn's at 1 degree of Aquarius, and the sun is at 0 degrees of Gemini. And the thing is, Saturn is retrograding, so it's going toward an exact trine. That's, believe it or not, very positive. When the sun and Saturn are trine like that, it adds just a layer of stability, like a foundation, where there usually might not be any, especially with Gemini. But with Saturn being there in that trine formation, it's going to be, I think, probably a really productive week, at least a productive few days, okay? Like the next couple of days. Let's see, Uranus is at 7 degrees of Taurus. We talked about that. Neptune, 20 degrees of Pisces, and there we go. That 20 degrees of Pisces, Neptune, is actually square Venus right now, that is retrograding in Gemini. My Lord, there's some stuff going on in love. Stuff. Some people lying. Lying. And you're going to get found out. I'm not going to go into details, but I mean, I caught somebody in a little bit of a, fibber, or just the omission. And I think some people are going to find this is happening because Venus, not only is it retrograding, but it is literally square exactly Neptune right now. There's some lies and deception and illusions, and wow, there's some things going on. So don't make any firm decisions yet. Now, the good thing is it's good for doing what I do, which is coming on and making videos and music and things like that. But wow, I just hope everything's okay with that. And Mercury, I'm sensing deception or lies via communication. Watch what you're saying with your lips. Listen closely to what people are telling you as well. People might be saying stuff with their mouth. They ain't saying nothing because it's not true. It's a lie. Just saying. Pluto's at 24 degrees of Capricorn, and that is actually supporting that Neptune and Pisces. It's a wide sextile, but it's supporting in a way. And that Pluto retrograde, wow, well, in Capricorn. I have mixed emotions about Pluto retrograding in Capricorn. On one hand, it's like, well, we might lose a sense of power, especially if you're a Capricorn over the next few weeks. But then I'm like, no, we're also going to lose like that sense of destruction and death, which was like all pervading over the last few weeks, like the last few months, right? I don't know if you're sensing that, but I believe that in the month of May, or from this point on, at least until September, it's going to get lighthearted. People are going to feel or want or desire that feeling that you get in summer, which is upbeat and it's positive, and there's, summer love and all that kind of stuff, right? And it's there. It's not going to go away. In fact, it's going to intensify over the next week, and then it's just going to build and build and build, of course, till we get into Cancer and Leo season when it's all about love. So be aware of that, you guys. I mean, some people have really been doing really good with that social distancing, but I don't know. I don't know with Gemini. I see flirtations all over the place, and some people ain't even honest. Just be honest. Whatever you do, is what I tell people all the time. Don't lie, and don't try to play me and got this one and that one and the other one and the third. If you got somebody else, walk on. Don't be doing that. I see a lot of that happening with all this Gemini, Sun in Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, Venus in Gemini, North Node in Gemini. The North Node in Gemini alone is making a lot of people deal with their Gemini issues. A lot. There may be a weird, strange desire to have more than one. Or for some, it may just be an urge, a need, almost an all pervading need to find their twin flame right now. So I sense that. I would think over the next 30 days, you're going to see a lot of people hooking up. I'm telling you, within the next 9 to 10 months, the babies. I actually even, okay. So I am always doing business. I'm a double Capricorn. What do you expect? So in the business little underground black hat world I work in, there is PLR, which is like sales material for pregnancy. Like the big thing now is on pregnancy because everybody knows that we're about to have a baby boom. We know that. All sadly, many of the older people are passing, but a lot of babies are about to be born. And people in the house, they ain't got nothing else to do. And we're about to hit Gemini, Cancer, and Leo season. And we just got through Taurus season. A whole bunch of us just bored. There's some side goats out there right now. And I'm just saying a whole bunch of babies was just bored. It's the people didn't have nothing else to do. They were either going to be alone or they were going to be partnered with somebody. That's what I bet you're going to start hearing a lot about babies, seeing baby bumps, babies. Just know, telling you what I'm telling you. Okay. And finally, I had mentioned the North Node is in Gemini. Chiron's at 8 degrees of Aries, 8 degrees of Aries. And just seeing it's not making any particular oof to anything because the Gemini is further along and, Saturn is only at 1 degree. So we're good. So this has been where the planets are, what I feel is happening in the night sky, how it's going to affect us. I see lots of love coming. I also see lots of communication. Of course, right? Due to COVID-19, people are, I joke about it, they're doing what I've been doing all along, which is coming online, making little Zoom videos, having to do things like video chats, talking on the phone instead of going in person or texting or any of those things. This is what we have to do because this is now, it's like a new time, a new age. It's the age of COVID-19. We have to do this in order to protect our health, our safety, but also the safety of others. And I think it's weird that, while Saturn was in Capricorn and Pluto was in Capricorn, because it's loosening up a little, that we went to a place, because the retrograde, but we went to a place where literally we had to hide our faces like masks, literally. I mean, Saturn in Capricorn, extreme caution. Pluto in Capricorn, extreme potential for destruction and transformation, right? But it also the anonymity, because Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, which is, a hidden, it likes to hide. That's what it likes to do. So it's just strange how things have really played out in reality. And I'm just amazing what we're going to go through. Now, that Jupiter retrograding in Capricorn is the only thing that concerns me a little bit. But I'm just looking at all of these retrogrades as the planets are going back over what they went over. And this time they're going to clean up anything that was left behind. So in the case of Jupiter, since it's a beneficial planet, it's going back to pick up the luck. Okay, so look for your luck. Look for your luck. I mean, really. And I think during the maybe the middle of June, it's really going to perk up. And the reason I say that is because Gemini and Capricorn are in conjunct. And that means there's extreme potential for creativity when Gemini hits a position degree that is in conjunct exactly that Jupiter. Anyway, I can go into details, but I won't. I will say this. I thank you for taking the time to listen because I want you guys to know about astrology, not just get the free readings. And I invite all of you to, get your professional reading with me by going to astrologyalookinside.com. That's astrologyalookinside.com. Go to our shop page, check out the readings there, or just go directly to our order page. We have a quick drop down where there's lots of readings you can choose from and donation buttons because I love donation. Okay, so I've got a couple of readings I promised, and I have to do those. So these are people that either sent me donations or something of that nature. And so I like to look at the chart of people who send me donations. Again, if you like to send a donation so you could be one of the people that I do, like I'm about to do, you can send that by, well, just go to Astrology, look inside, go to the bottom of like the main page even, find a donation button and hit that donation button. And once I get your donation, you're on my radar. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pull up this new person here who sent me a donation. It was a small one. What? What? You dirty dogs. Excuse me, guys. I'm so angry. It's always stuff like this that happens when you're live. So my extended storage had expired, and it was like, you have more than 100. Of course I do. I've got hundreds and hundreds in here. So they're like, you got to pay us $11. So okay, which means I got to now find. I hope this darn password is right. Okay, there it is. Okay, place your order. Sorry, you guys. Thank goodness they have my credit card. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Let's hope it's good. But it's the new one. I was hoping it was the right credit card. Okay. Excuse me. I thought they were just said they billed me $141. No, it's just okay. Okay, so I'm good. I'm good. Okay, let's go back now that they've taken the money from me. There's always somebody trying to get the money. I don't. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back now and add this new person. They should let me go in. Okay. All right, now here we are. Stuff like that always happens when you're live. I don't know why. It could have happened at any time, but no. I wanted to do it while I was here. So the first person I'm entering is, her name is Cabrina Gatson. Gatson. Born in April. Let me make sure I got this cut down here. I don't want that to, there we go, because I've got stuff going on in the background. Okay, so sorry about that, you guys. Let me go back to it. Okay, so, okay, here. Oh, she knew what time she was born. Good. Because I usually have music going, but I have yet to officially unpack all of the music and things like that, and videos and that I had on my other computer. You know, when you get a computer you love, you got it tweaked just right. Yeah, I'm still working on that. Anyway, Cabrina Gatson. Cabrina! Oh, she's got a Gemini moon and a Taurus sun and Cancer ascendant. Let's see if that Gemini moon is affected by any of those Gemini planets I just talked about. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me put in, I'm going to do a natal, natal transits and progressions We'll put in the part of fortune, vertex, Lilith, Chiron, Ceres, Pallas, Juno, Vesta, Aries. Okay. Sorry, I get so excited. All right, I'm gonna show it because it's cool and you guys get to see and learn astrology from moi. So let me show you what her chart looks like so you guys can see what I see. Said chart. Here is the chart. Cabrina Gatson, here is your chart, young lady, and what a wonderful chart it is. One of the things I love is when people reach out to me when their life is in transition, and I feel like I see a young lady whose life is in transition. She's got a lot of planets up in her 10th house, and she was born with her sun up in the 10th house as well as her Mercury. This is a thinking person. She might have felt that her thoughts and stuff were not appreciated that much, and that's because her Mercury is so close to Eris here. Look at that. So I think she might have felt like she wasn't invited to the party, that type of feeling. But with Chiron also, I think is sitting on it. Let me just check. Almost. So she might go through that moment soon, where and Lilith is sitting on it at 12 degrees. Look right here. So her the ability to communicate, to speak, to even to be seen, because it's the 10th house. I mean, it's right there. And so and Chiron is technically conjunct your midheaven, by the way. Yeah. So you might have, Cabrina, had something where you felt like your career might not have felt like it was where you wanted to be. There might have been some sadness or pain, especially if you're someone who deals with communication in some way in your work. Now, I see there was some luck. You were born with some luck in the home life, like in the home and family. Your luck is what your family do. Remember that. And in the partnerships that you build in this lifetime. In fact, I'm going to say, in my opinion, your foundation is going to be in partnership, although it's got Capricorn here. And so there may be some strain for you when it comes to partnerships. I particularly see this because you got Uranus in the 7th house and you got Mars in the first. Girl, you way too independent sometimes, and that is what's causing the problem with your relationships. Now, I know you and I are probably going to need to sit down and have a professional reading together where we can get to talk about these issues. Also, I see you might be someone who's either duped someone or you've been duped by someone when it comes to love, because you got Neptune sitting right on your descendant. And you got Pluto in the 5th house, by the way, and the North Node. So love is, I knew it. I knew it when I saw the 7th house. Love is the reason you're here in this lifetime. So in case you wondered, hey, why am I here? Everyone wonders, why am I here? Why look for the North Node? This is why you're here. You're here to make babies and fall in love. But my thing is, I'm so blunt, sorry. But also to have romance and joy and fun. You're here to learn that here. And because you might be someone who gives everything to your friends, and bam, when I go to the 11th house, look at that. Sun is there, moon is there, Mercury is there, moon there by birth, someone who gives everything to their friends. What I'm going to tell you right now, whether you get a professional reading with me or not, don't you put your friends over your relationship. Don't you put your friends over your romance. The more you do that, the more you're messing it up. Child, we need to talk. I'm just saying, let me get off of here. This is a free reading. Contact me. You can get a professional reading with me by going to astrologyalookinside.com. That's astrologyalookinside.com. Go to the shop page, order romance reading, a prediction reading, a basic reading, a video reading. It doesn't matter. Just get a reading because, girl, we need to talk. Anyway, let me just see who else I'm doing. This has got me so bright. I think that always is like that when you first get the new cams, and then they darken up a little bit. It could be just like I said, you know, I've lost all my pigments because ain't nobody been outside. I got to make pretend outside. Here's my make pretend outside because ain't nobody, how are you going to get outside with? I go out every once in a while and take a picture with the flowers and then come back in. It's, you got to wear a mask pretty much everywhere you go. And now they're saying to cover your eyes because the COVID get in your eyes. And I just don't mess with it. I just stay in the house. By the way, the transiting North Node, Cabrina, is in your 12th house. So I would be careful of hidden enemies. I told you, don't put those friends over your relationship. Don't do that. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, Brina G is here. Hey, Cabrina G. Hello. Hey, Cabrina, it's you. You've been duped. Oh my God, I knew it. I felt it. I felt it. I'm so glad you got to see it. Shirley's daughters is here. Hey, girl. You know what? I felt it, Cabrina. I knew it. I felt that duping in there because it's in your chart. I hope you get that professional reading with me. Okay. Oh, that's amazing. So let me see. There's one other person's chart I want to look at. And let me go ahead and make sure I do that. Give me a second. I'll get that chart going. And I think I put this person in there, but I didn't really look at this chart deeply. I'm going to look at it a little bit more. So let me just see if there's something I didn't see before, because sometimes when you look at a chart, you don't see everything because we see what we want to see. I guess that's one of the things is we do. But I just want to make sure what I saw, I saw. So this is the chart of someone by the name of Mark, who I've been chatting with, and I wasn't real sure about the chart. But now I wanted to come because I've since learned some things, and so I wanted to come and check out the chart to get a better idea of the type of person that we're dealing with. And so it explains a lot now when I look at this chart. And it's funny, you don't always see things when you first look at a chart, but now I kind of can see things. Let me see something here about this progress moon. Wow, and I just noticed that the progress moon, which is at 23 degrees of Leo, is squared the progress descendant, which is at 23 degrees of Taurus, down in the third house. And the moon progressed is right at the precipice of the descendant, and the descendant progress is right smack in the middle of the communication. So this person is dealing with communication with a partner. The issues, I think, may deal with communication and partnerships and also health, because that moon, look, he's got, wow, I just noticed it. The progress moon is sitting exactly on Lilith. There are some possible lies here, jealousies here, and just some issues that have to deal with the Lilith in Leo component. Lilith and Leo is not my favorite place for Lilith to be. And I see, I would normally go into my notes, but since I lost my other computer, I don't have them. I have to rebuild my. I actually have some things saved onto a hard drive, but the hard drive USB doesn't fit in anything. I've got to go find a converter. I spent $35 to get a converter, but that wasn't the right converter. It's a long story, y'all. Anyway, the other thing I see here, this person has a deep inner life. It's Jupiter is retrograde at birth, but Jupiter is now on like natal Jupiter right now, like literally. So they're having their fun in private. Like this is a very hidden, private type of joy. And Saturn, of course, has been there, really kind of messing with the fun and the joy anyway. And that's responsibilities. Most likely responsibilities that come out of this marriage, because I'm sure someone with this is most likely married, but they've had some problems. And that moon is really technically conjunct that Uranus in the seventh house. So there's some issues. Also progressed, transit. I was right the first time. I know the second time. Transiting I'm getting punchy. Transiting Neptune is in the first house, okay? And it's on Pallas Athena. So this person may have put on a false face, used, that was their strategy, in other words. So that is possible. But it just may be that this person just has a lot of pain. Um, yeah, and then they've got Pallas. And is that exactly on that Chiron? No, it's past it. But there's just some pain about the image, the way they feel about themselves, as a person. Now, the North Node is transiting into the fourth house. So it's about nurturing and family and things of that nature, I believe, depending on if I have the exact time. I think this was a guesstimate time. So there may be some issues that are not quite, exact, but I really am concerned about this progressed moon being on Lilith, and this progressed moon being on well, wow, the North Node and technically Uranus, regardless of what houses it would be in. So anyway, I just wanted to come and check that out to see if I saw what I thought I saw. And there are some issues here. This person, Mark, reach out. We need to do a professional reading. It would be so helpful, I think, in the long run, if you got one done. Just saying. Okay, so those two are the people that I had here. There was someone else I think I was supposed to do. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I've got her in here. I know she's given me her information before. I'm just trying to remember the year. She's born on the 10th. I'm talking about Yumi. Let's see if I got Yumi in here. She was begging me for a reading. She must be going through something. But I don't know. No, she's been trying to get me, and I don't have her in here. Yumi. Oh, I feel so bad for Yumi. She's been trying to get me to do her horoscope for the longest. I know it's January 10th. Oh my goodness. And there's an Ashley Askew out there. I'm going to do a card reading for her. I think I did one for her last week. I think I'm going to do another one for her because she sent me a donation. Let me see here. By the way, the new moon in Gemini, in case anyone, wanted to know, it rules the lungs, bronchial tubes, arms, and hands. So I think with the COVID issues, that be careful, watch your lungs, your bronchioles, your hands and arms and things like that. You guys, this is why I say the live shows are my nemesis. Because my thing is, where did I write this down? See, I don't want to get lost because I'll go off into an entire thing. And I know I got that child's info. Oh, wait a minute. I think if I go over to Astrology and look inside, I can get it. Let me just check. One more place to make sure I don't have it. I'm putting her in here for the longest time. And still don't got Yumi in here. Lord. Okay, give me a second, you guys. Because now I'm on a mission. I'm like on a mission from God now. I've got to get this child's information, or I'm going to lose it if I don't do it. Okay, let me go over to the page, Astrology, look inside. And oh Lord, I'm trying to remember. Oh wait, in the group, she did come in the group. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw the chop bag. She did. Oh, I hope I can find this because now I'm on this mission and I pray I find this. Okay, let me just see if she put it here. Well, I don't see it. I don't see it. Here's the thing. There's a reason I do what I do, the way I do it. And one of the things that I do, the way I do it, is that I tell people, wait a minute, here she is. Here's something. I did a I had did a card pull for Yumi, and so she's in the group, but I don't see her birthday anywhere in this group. And I know she did it on the page, but unlike the group, if you stick it on the page, it's going into the nether sphere. Like I may never find it again. So Yumi, Ma, when you hear this, and I hope you do, I'm going to need you to go into the group somewhere. Under right there where I have who wants a free reading, and please put it under who wants a free reading, because otherwise it is near impossible for me to find it. It just is. But I know you're a Capricorn, and I know you are born on the 10th. I just forgot the year, and I know you're in Los Angeles, but like the year and the time, that's info I need, and I don't have that. Okay, so I hope I get that from them. All right. So okay, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and move into card readings, and I think what I will do, because I did a reading for Yumi the other night, but it was like an intuitive card pull, which I don't know if I've done the free intuitive card pulls at the free readings with you guys yet. I always just do the regular tarot. Maybe one night I'll do that. But right now I'm going to pull out the deck, you guys. Get ready to start doing some card readings. And you know one thing I want to do? Oh, do I have it here? Hold on. Before I go officially into the card readings, I want to do this one thing, okay? Because I know that the new moon in Gemini is going to be occurring at 2 degrees. And I just wanted to look up the Sabian symbol for 2 degrees of Gemini. And also I'll look up the degree. So Gemini, okay? Gemini 2. And by the way, happy new moon in Gemini to everybody. Happy new moon in Gemini. So Gemini 2. Santa Claus filling stockings furtively. This is a symbol of the illimitable source of, I think is, illimitable. I've never said that word before. Source of everything ever needed for life and experience. Emphasize on the practical side of everyday rewards and individual compensations. Implicit is in the symbolism is the necessity for complementing nature's largesse and society's favors with high personal appreciation, as in helping maintain the enduring ritual by which spiritual values may be kept alive in human hearts. The key word is prodigality. When positive, the degree is unusual capacity for bringing man's possessions into a wide acceptance and for heightening every proper joy in worldly goods. And when negative, a childish or clandestine futility in seeking any normal richness of living. It seems to have to do with possessions and materialism in this for some reason. Let me look at the degree. And I can see that right now. I can see that. I mean, a lot of people are really kind of freaking out about, the money and the amount of people going on unemployment and lost wages and closing businesses. So I can see this. So, okay. So this is the actual degree, because I do degree astrology as well. 2 degrees of Gemini. This degree somehow attached itself to some of the Taurus, death and stability. So it is money. Maybe maybe the greed is returning. The influence here is much more stable than Gemini generally. This degree grants the ability to center down to one activity and pursue it to some final conclusion. Oh, it helps a great deal if the pursuit is new, varied, and colorful in itself. This may even be a necessary characteristic to hold the Gemini attention. The native is able to work with precision and concentration, but the project must have some excitement in and of itself. The native is expansive and desires to do something in a big way. But the blessing is that he is able to follow through. There is much more stability than Gemini usually commands. This is a good number. I'm picking that up for sure. You guys, I think some people are going to get ahead. I think some people are going to get money. I see some people really getting ahead. I think those who are communicators, and in fact, I can think of one person in particular. There is a girl that I know. She's in one of my groups. I see her name everywhere I go. And I had thought about, she's got a thing that she's doing tomorrow, which is about helping people to get more visibility in front of like media. Okay. And I really wanted to do it. And I was hedging on it. And I've got some other things I wanted to buy. And I thought, should I do that? Because if I do both, I'm going to be down another $100. I've been spending all my money and, why not? But I thought, Precious Killer Master, wait a minute, Precious the Pitch Master, Killer Pitch Master, Precious the Killer Pitch Master, that's her name. Anyway, she's amazing, just a sweet person. And I'm thinking I might actually go to her thingy tomorrow. Well, I think if other people go to Precious's, the Killer Master's media thing, she's going to have a lot of stability and possibly even extra wealth coming in from what she's doing. And if you want to find out, I don't have a link, but you can find her Precious Killer Pitch Master. You can find out more about her on Eventbrite, because that was on an Eventbrite, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, my stomach is growling, it's making noises. Sorry you guys. I went on this weird salad run. And all I've had for 2 days is salad and some like potato chips. So I don't think, I had a grapefruit earlier. I'm not dieting. I'm just not, it's just a way of eating right now. Okay, so I have done a lot. Let me cut these officially before I go into any readings. That's one. My stomach is seriously going. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is done. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm going to do one for Umi, just to see. I feel like she needs this. I don't know why. Anyone out there within the sound of my voice that wants a free reading, just say me, I want one. I want a reading, and I will do a card reading for you tonight before I get out of here. All right? Because I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to make some food. I'm thinking, I got in there I want to eat. I don't think I have any protein that's edible at this moment. I don't think, unless. And let's be honest, as long as there's goodies in the house, I'm just going to go eat a cheese doodle or something. I don't know. I'm limited on the goodies I can eat because I have to do everything gluten-free. So I can't have I can't have bread or cake or pies or cookies or crackers or noodles, or even I had to be careful with rice. I mean, I had to, so it's one of those things. It's funny. Many years ago, I was 500 pounds, and I had wanted to lose weight, so I lost 300 pounds, and now, and I don't talk about it much, but I actually have a fear of wasting away, because I'm like, what if I got some kind of weird wasting away disease? Like, what if I, keep losing and can't stop? So that there's always that. I don't talk about it much, but if you go from a size 54 to a 14, 12, it does get a little scary, especially if you're not dieting, like really. Just saying. But it's going to be hard. I don't drink soda or eat sugar or anything. So, keeping the weight on is getting a little bit more. I don't need to keep the weight on, but if I get down under an 8, then I'm going to get kind of worried, because at my age, I think getting under 8 is not that great thing to do. So Okay, so we're going to start with Yumi. Yumi. Divine Spirit, please lead me to this. Oh, something. Oh, it wants to. What? All right. I didn't even get out of my mouth. Divine Spirit, please lead me to that special message that you have for Yumi Ma. What do you want me to tell Yumi Ma? What are we telling Yumi Ma this week? Tell me that special message for Yumi Ma. Let me know what we're telling Yumi Ma. Oh, something else popped up. Ooh. All right. Let's see. What are we telling Yumi Ma? Like, I'm doing shadow work tonight, not release. I don't want to do LO, but it is a must. Shadow work. Yes. Yes, Brina. Gotta do that. Okay, let's see. What are we gonna tell Yumi Ma? Yumi Ma. Okay, if nothing else pops out, I'm gonna go ahead and just start shuffling. Yumi Ma, Divine Spirit, please show me what you want me to show. If there's something. Show me clearly what you want me to share with Yumi Ma. Show me clearly what to share with Yumi Ma. What's that special message, Divine Spirit? Show me clearly. Show me clearly. Oh, that was too many, but I'll take that. Okay, let's see what this is telling her. I need one more card. Looks like I think to do what I want to do here. So I always like, I just like giving them the hook, and it popped right out. Oh my gosh! So Yumi Ma, this is the message that I've got for you here. Basically, it's telling me that you got Six of Staffs as your leading card. This lets me know that in any competition, any endeavor of that nature, you are head and shoulders above your competition. Like I don't know what the situation is. They ain't got nothing on you. Be courageous, stand strong, be proud. You got this. As far as competition is concerned, you've got everything you need to be victorious. But one of the things I saw, and I was shocked when I saw it, was the sign that usually stands for courage, being courageous and fearless and standing for yourself and standing strong. It came out in reverse. Now I was shocked by that. I'm like, what? So I'm going to look up what the Three of Staffs in reverse is really quick. I should know this by heart, but I want to make sure I tell you the right thing. Wait a minute. Let me put some. Look, this is what the Three of Staffs in reverse says. I actually like this, Yumi. A positive and complete end to issues that plague you. So there you go. That's amazing. And that's the main card that crosses you. Then you got the King of Stuff, the King of Cups. This is emotional man, emotional king. I like how he sits up on that water. He's very emotional. It could also indicate with the king, because I had just looked up the thing about the king the other day. I've been doing my study on my and stuff. This is a balanced male, a man of business, education or law, vast knowledge and imagination, a person of great education with many interests and abilities. And it also indicates that you can receive good advice from someone. Now, you might have been worried too, Yumi. I'm not sure about what, but this is usually some petty concerns and worries that have really bothered you. But you got a Four of Staffs. If you've been worried over your relationship or finding love or being in love or your, whatever your significant partnership is, I see where you can do well there. I think whatever you've been going through, you're going to be moving away from that. I don't think you're stuck in that, whatever it's been. Also, I see that this is a card that indicates success, the Nine of Cups, but it also can indicate, that you're a little into yourself. So you need to make sure that you work your magic. At the Magician Act, you work your magic. You got everything at your disposal to get what it is you want. And I see that you can be victorious. You got the Ten of Staffs. You know, sometimes you might feel like you're putting in all that hard work with this 10 of staff, but you're not getting anything back. But you got the 9 of staffs next, which is telling me you just need to organize, strategize, prepare, and get ready to win. That's a that's something you need to strategize on it. So let me do what I like to do, which is see if I see any hidden messages here. I can tell you one of the things that I'm shocked about. First of all, you only got one king, one card. It was a king of cups. That's it. That's the only face card you got. You only got one major, no aces, and only one major arcana. It's the magician. Now, if anyone who knows Yumi Ma, who is like a naturalist, a spiritualist, like an herbalist, she is so down to earth. She grinds her own like shakes and foods and things. The magician, this is perfect for you. I can't believe it. And that's it. You got the king. That's it. These are the only cards that aren't number cards. The magician and the king of cups. So maybe you need to work your magic on that king of cups. Or, I'm just saying. All right. Now, the rest of the cards were all number cards. And the 3 of staffs was, not right side up. And let's see, you had a couple of 4s, a couple of 9s, and a couple of 6s, but no repeating cards, although many. There was a 10 of staffs in there and a 4 of staffs. Lots of staffs in that reading. And when I see staffs, that's fire. That's fire. You might be dealing with someone, because I know you're a Capricorn. Yeah, you might be dealing with a fire sign, I think, maybe, because that is definitely fire. But I think whatever you've been going through, all the worry you've been going through, you're going to move away from that. You're going to have some potential to get what you want. Use those magical skills that you know in order to get your King of Cups, all right? Hey, Yumi, that's my reading for you. And just like everybody else, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. In order to get a free reading with, a professional reading with me, all you have to do is go over to Astrology, a look inside. That's Astrology, a look inside.com/shop or astrologyalookinside.com/order. And when you get to our order page, there's a drop down menu. It's a choose whichever vibrates with you. Also, we have our donation button, and feel free to send a donation. I love donations, so they are my friend. Okay, so I've got one more thing I'm going to do here. I promised I would do a reading for Cabrina. Brina G, I'm going to hit you up this week and tell you what I need to tell you. Okay, so let me cut this. Let me cut it. Uno, dos, tres. Sorry, that's my crystals. Cuatro. Okay. Some people just spread it out. I never do that, like just spread it out. I'm not really good at doing that. And I don't have a good table right here. So let's go ahead and let me just make a couple of passes here before I start my shuffle. Divine Spirit, please lead me to the special message you have for Brina G this week. What do you want me to tell Brina G? Show me the message you have for Brina G. What would you like me to share with Brina G? Any special message for Brina G? Let me know before I get started. This is it. I'm going to do one more pass. And I'm going to go into my little shuffle. So show me which one is y'all. Brina G, share that message with me. What would you like me to share with Brina? Divine Spirit. Show me clearly what you want to share with Brina G. Oh, well. Oh, my goodness. What was that? I already got a hand. Let me see. What's going on with Brina G? Brina G. What is this here? Oh, Brina, I got one more. Wow. What is the special message for Brina G? Show me clear. Just make sure I got it. Oh, that's too many. I need one card. Ooh, show me clearly what to share with Brina G. Show me clearly. Oh, there it is. It literally gave me what I wanted. And Brina, I don't know what you've been going through, but girl, when I look at this, I don't know if this is now, the future, the past, I'm not sure. But the first thing you got with the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, this is a card of worry. This could be petty concerns and stuff and jealousies and stuff, but it's worry. You're worried. You're worried over the amount of cups you have, how much you're getting, not getting, whatever, you're worried. And the funny thing is, that was the Four of Cups, but it was crossed by the Three of Cups, which is telling me that, in order to, I think your success will come, working with other people. This is a card of celebration and working with other people. But it also indicates to me usually that it's celebration after a really bad, ugly time. So if you've been through something really bad, this is a card of that. Also, next you got the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. This is all the many opportunities that are out there. All the many opportunities. And then you've got this Nine of Coins, which is success. I mean, it could be some vanity. You could have people actually jealous of you because of the success that you have. But you're moving away from whatever that's been. I think you might even be, I mean, this is lovers, but I'm thinking, I hope you're not moving away from a lover or a love relationship as lovers. Because after the Lovers card was the Queen of Swords. And she is known for being in pain after a bad relationship. I mean, I love the Queen of Swords, but that's what she lost a baby, she lost a man or whatever. And so she deals with that pain on a daily basis. Now she's also really successful, but she's dealing with pain. And I think this might be the case because next week got the Tower. I mean, you could have been dealing with a Scorpio, but it to me is an indication that something either has ended or will end. It's an ending, but with endings come new beginnings, and so I see the potential for the new beginning is there. And then you got the Death card. I think the new beginning is because something has ended or will end, and it's meant to end. So let it end. And I think this is especially true if there was fighting, if you currently are or you were. So I'm going to do what I usually do, which is, I separate the cards and I tell the message the way it looks after the cards are apart. So this is interesting. You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you would have had an 8, that would have really weirded me out. Okay. But, these cards really tell of, wary of working with other people, or worry with getting in union with other people. I think maybe usually there's some celebration, maybe because you got out of something before, maybe there was fighting, and so you're moving away from that and you're reaching for something new so that you can have success in your life. And you may have had to cut something out because of the Queen of Swords was there. But this, to me, this is what I think, because this is the way it reads. Lovers, there was a love relationship, and it all fell apart. And it ended. And now it's time to move on and start something new. Okay? So, Brina J, that's the message that it told me. I don't know if you needed to hear that message, but it seemed like that was the message it wanted you to hear. And so that's the message I provided for you. I don't know if anyone else is out there now. I see Shirley Darter's out there and Regina Begum out there. And, I might even do I might pull something to see if there's anything going on for y'all. Because you did come by. I love that. Thank you guys for that. So there is one other person I'm going to do. If anyone wants a reading, let me know before I go. I just want to do this guy's reading because he had actually reached out to me and I was going to work with him. on a project, but you know, he's busy and I'm busy. Oh, and I just wanted to see if we should be working together, you know, what's going on with this guy. And you know, I've known him for about 2 years now, almost a little over a year. So we're gonna see. So let me see here. I know. The first card that came out gives me hope. I'll just say that. The Divine Spirit, give me that special message. You want me to know about this cancer man that I'm asking about. I always just call this person Leprechaun. Tell me about Leprechaun. What is this special message you want me to know about Leprechaun? Tell me. What are you telling me about Leprechaun? Leprechaun, someone good to work with? I'm not sure. What's going on with Leprechaun? Oh, learning. Oh, they really want to tell me stuff about Leprechaun too. What's going on? Show what you wanted to show me about Leprechaun. What's going on with Leprechaun? Tell me, show me clearly what's going on with Leprechaun. I very seldom ask about this cancer guy, but you know, pretty independent guy. Okay, let's see. Ooh, but he has had some issues. What is going on with Leprechaun? Show me clearly what's happening with Leprechaun. Tell me the message you have to share about Leprechaun. Show me cool. Ooh, got pumpers. What's happening with Leprechaun? Anything you want me to know about Leprechaun? Show me clearly. What's that special message? Anything else that you want to come out to tell me about Leprechaun? I sense there is, but show me clearly. Ooh, popped right out. When it pops like that, I'm like, okay, I hear you. Okay, so the first card we got with Leprechaun was I win, and it was upright. So whatever is going on, I feel like Leprechaun has many. Oh, come on, focus. Leprechaun has many opportunities available to him to win. I do. I believe that. I feel like he has many choices to win. I believe that. The one thing, or should win, but he did have the Ace of Staffs in reverse. Now I'm going to read that because I'm not used to seeing the Ace of Staffs. I should know this by heart by now, but I'm lazy, and so okay. So the Ace of Staffs in reverse, what it means is something. Oh wow, there's a loss of wealth, a loss of position, and this is due to excessiveness and vanity. Leprechaun, you've been doing excessiveness and vanity. That is not a good idea right now. Excessiveness and vanity. Ooh, there's been some type of fight, but you're being told that the fight is over, the war is over. Move away from it. You can move away from that. But you were battling. You can move away from that fight now. I think, because this is showing you too got the Magician. I can't believe it came out again tonight. It's just telling me you've got all the tools available to win. I mean, you might have some health problems. You might even be in pain, physical pain, emotional pain. You might have that, but you've got all the tools you need to be successful. And yeah, you just need to strategize, organize, strategize, plan. You know, just be ready, be prepared. Preparation. I think it's getting prepared to have your Two of Cups. Your relationship, preparing to be with the one you really care about, you know, the one you want to intertwine with. But you have to prepare for that. And I think when you do, you'll have victory. You got the Ace of Coins. Even though you have started with a loss of wealth, I think you have the potential for, you know, financial success. I truly do. Maybe this will come through a Queen of Staffs. The Queen of Staffs is always successful. This would be probably a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries woman. Okay. And I think you've been very worried about it. I think you've been worried and most likely drinking, but worried about and not sleeping right about, this love or relationship or whatever it is you're trying to get. But you're being told, be patient, and wait, meditate, think about it, put your best thoughts out to the universe, and then the time will be right then. Okay? All right. So that was my message to Leprechaun. I haven't done one for him in a minute. And I'm just going to take these apart like I like to do. Interesting. So one of the things is that you've got two fives. One is, of course, lack of sleep, worry, drinking, and, moving away from a bad situation. And I would, if you're in a bad situation, by all means, get out. Um, because you have the potential for a two of cups. Means you have the potential for success or happiness in your relationships. You got a couple of aces, and both of them in a way are not bad. You got that Queen of Staffs, and I'm gonna just read these backwards like I like to do. Look, Cancer, Leprechaun, you win. You win, Leprechaun. You've got so many choices available to you. You're gonna win because you're magic. You're the magician. You've got special things at your disposal that make you that'll make it so that you win. You've got special spiritual uh, things in you that'll make sure that you win. Just you might be in a little bit of pain, but you're the magician. You just have to be patient, wait, meditate, and prepare. Just relax, meditate, right? Sit back, relax. Okay, okay. So you guys, I didn't see if I saw Regina was there, but I don't see if Regina's out there or Shirley Darters is out there. If either one of you are out there and you want me to give you a reading, I will. If not, I'm going to call it a night, and I can hook you guys up next week because it's been so busy. And I think I did Brina G, right? I did Brina G. And looking at this for a minute. Now, I just feel like for some reason, I don't know. I feel like we're good because I think I did both of you last week, right? So if you guys need anything, you can always reach out to me. Just let me know that you need a reading, and I will make sure you get that. I'll be back next Wednesday. Well, I'll be back Saturday because I do Saturday night lives, but I'm probably going to be doing something. I might be doing something different Saturday. You guys stick with me. I've got something planned for our YouTube channel on coming up soon. So it might be Saturday. It might be next week. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know. And I don't know if you guys know that, you can catch me several places. You can always catch me on Facebook at facebook.com/astrology a look inside. You can find me on Instagram at instagram.com/astrology a look inside. You can find me on, here on YouTube at Astrology a look inside, Pinterest at Astrology a look inside, Reddit at Astrology a look inside, Tumblr. Just go everywhere, just put in Astrology a look inside. And then the other thing is that our groups. We have our groups at facebook.com/groups/astrology a look inside. Also, you can order off a Calendly to get directly on my calendar so you don't have to wait to get scheduled. Oh, and before I go, I just realized I have to do it, Ashley, but I'm going to finish this before I do that. You don't have to wait to get scheduled or anything like that. So all you have to do is come over to calendly.com/astrology a look inside. Okay, and you can find me there. Just trying to think, is there anything? There's other little things I've started, but there's so many places socially that we can go to now. There's WeChat. I think I got a WeChat. I think that's it. Or MeWe at Astrology Look Inside. Try that. Okay, so what else was I going to say? It was just on the tip of my tongue. Well, don't forget, I'm on Anchor. I've got all of that. I'll put all of that in there so you guys can hear the podcast. Oh, but I think I told you we're going to be on TV too. Haven't done that yet. So anyway, guys, I'll get to you guys and explain all of this stuff. There's so many things. Let me do this because I just realized when I first started, I had ran across the name of the girl who paid me she had given me a donation and I had forgotten her name. Ashley Askew. Ashley Askew. She actually gave me a $25 donation. And bless you, Ashley. I think I did her on one of the lives a few weeks ago. So Ashley Askew, if you see this, maybe you'll be led to this on YouTube when it comes back around. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the cards for you right now. I think I pulled up cards for you a week or so ago, but I can't remember. And I never got the timestamp of any of those readings. I'm so sorry, you guys. So I'll make sure I do that next time. Okay. So let's see. I've been playing with these for a minute. It should be good but I'm gonna cut them. So uno, dos, tres, and cuatro. Okay, so Ashley asks you, Divine Spirit, please lead me to whatever special message you want me to share. With Ashley ask you, what is the special message you want me to tell Ashley ask you? Let me know. I'm supposed to let Ashley ask you know. Like I'm supposed to tell Ashley. Okay, so what am I going to tell Ashley? Divine Spirit, please share the message that you want me to share with Ashley. What is that? Special message for Ashley. What are we sharing with Ashley? Show me clearly what the special message is for Ashley. Show me clearly. What are we sharing with Ashley? Share with me that special, there it is, special message for Ashley. Show me clearly. What are we sharing with Ashley? What is the special message for Ashley? Oh, wow. Wow. One last card, Divine Spirit. Oh, it's kind of stuck in my hand. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Ashley, you got a couple of messages. The first card, I don't know what's going on with you, Ashley. But you got the Four Swords too. You got worry. So many people are worried with this. I'm thinking that a lot of people might be worried due to COVID, like the COVID-19. I think there might be a lot of worry and fear and concerns and stress. And in your case, you got Three of Swords. You just probably, feel like you might have been stabbed in the heart, let down. This is disappointment and sadness and stress and all of that, because you look at that picture, you can see that is nothing nice. Then you got the Seven of Staffs. This is telling you to have integrity. And I think also not just integrity, but fortitude, have a strategy. I mean, be prepared, line up your whatever you need to line up to be in preparation. And then you got the Nine of Staffs. Truly prepare and organize and get ready for this. And I think you have an inner knowledge about this, like that you need to be ready for whatever it is that you feel like you need to be ready for. Because the High Priestess is a very spiritual card, by the way, but also it just indicates that there is some inner knowledge that this High Priestess knows. And then you got the Ten of Cups. This could be positive when it comes to relationships. This is really a success and just total being at happiness, like total happiness, being at peace, getting all your needs and emotions met. It's a beautiful thing. And on top of the Ten of Cups, then you got the King of Cups. Lord, oh wow, this is amazing. This is a lot of emotion from someone that most likely really cares about you, a king who has a lot of emotion to give. And when I see this together with the Ten of Cups, my gosh, everybody wants a king. Like, girl, you got a king giving you a Ten of Cups. Focus. Focus. Why isn't this not focusing on me? Okay, there we go. Lost the focus. But yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing. And on top of that, then you got I win. You got the I win card. Whatever you're up to, you're gonna win. And you got communication coming in all about it. Gonna become an emotional communication. Something's gonna let you know, because whatever you're up to, you're strong. You're really gonna win. I think it might be relationship. I mean, I think it could be you're dealing with a Taurus, but there was an extra card that came out, and it was a Hierophant. I just noticed the Hierophant is a 5 here, and although this is normally connected with Taurus, 5 in numerology vibes to Gemini, and so I think this could be communication. It's traditional. It's it's stable. It could be marriage. It could be like a firm judge. You know, judgment of some kind. So that's what I got out of this. That I'm going to separate these cards here and see if any other thing comes at me that gives me any deeper message that I might not have really picked up on. So, I'm just getting, when I look at these cards backwards, it's like you can get your Ten of Cups and you can get your emotional fulfillment if you prepare and you have integrity. And, I think you have to recover from being stabbed in the heart and stop worrying about that. And I think once you do that, you might get a message from that King of Cups. You might hear from somebody who has emotions to give to you. And then I'm going to read the major arcana backwards because it's interesting. A high priestess here, you have an inner knowledge. You have an inner wisdom, an inner knowledge that just comes from knowing. It's something that is something deep down in your gut. You can feel it, As the high priestess, you know that. This is also a 2 card, which in astrology is Taurus, and in numerology is Cancer. So you might know something about what it takes to be stable and to build a family. You might have an inner knowledge about what you want. And then you got this, the Sun, the I win card, as I call it. But this is just so many opportunities that you have for success. And this is your strength. It's the fact that you have all of this wisdom, because that's the Hierophant comes out next. When I look at these, look at this, look at this, look at this. When I look at the High Priestess, there we go. So we got the High Priestess, the Sun, the Strength, and the Hierophant. This is an inner wisdom, an inner knowledge, an inner knowing about what it takes to win. And you know that I think you want something stable and traditional, especially when it comes to your relationship. But you'll definitely win, Ashley. Okay? And that is your strength. Be strong, be courageous, and go for, commitment. Don't let nobody treat you like, any less than that, because that's what you deserve. And if you stand strong, you're going to definitely win. Okay? I just had to get that final reading in for you, Ashley. I want to thank everybody who has listened, and hung in there with me with this tonight, the Saturday Night Lives. Much love, much light, many blessings to everybody. I will be back on, I said Saturday, it's Wednesday Night Lives. I will be back on Saturday for Saturday Night Lives. And happy new moon in Gemini to all. It happens on the 22nd tomorrow at 2 degrees of Gemini. May you have a wonderful new moon in Gemini and a wonderful 2 weeks. Okay. Many blessings.